Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to be playing with an older palette, maybe, kinda, who knows. Um, the definition of old when it comes to makeup blows my mind because if it's over like a week old, then it's old news, you know what I mean? It's not that old, this palette isn't. However, I did recently just get it and I'm dying to play with it. So can you guess it? We're going to find out. Now, what can I say about this palette? I think it's pretty. I do. I think it's pretty. I think the packaging goes very well with the colors inside. I like the layout of it. And I'm quite shocked that I like it. Now, with that said, I'm also quite shocked with the look that I've created today. Because we all know blues, grays, blacks, they're just not my colors. Silver, sometimes a silver, but not a blue silver though, which is what we're kind of playing with today. But let's go ahead and get started and we'll talk. And I'll give some nice little clues on this palette. And we'll see if you can guess it or not. So the first shade we're going to go into, y'all knew, it was going to be a pink. Alright, so we have this shade. And if you guess the palette, you're probably going to be like, wow, she completely went outside her comfort zone on this look, considering like the colors that are in this palette. You would think I completely went like opposite direction for sure, because this is not a look that I usually do. Although I will say that I am quite pleased with the way it turned out. Just because I went outside my comfort zone, like this is definitely not something I would do on a daily. But I have been going a little bit darker lately. Don't know why. Because I'm actually starting to feel a lot better. I'm kind of out of my little, well, no, I'm mad again today. And here's why. Let me rant. Because we little people, we don't have a say in the world, all right? It's driving me insane. I try so very hard to put myself in other people's shoes. I do. And I mean that as individual people. I mean that as companies. I mean that as everything. I truly try to put myself in somebody else's shoes. And though I may not agree with it, I at least try to understand where they're coming from. Now, sometimes I may be on board, maybe a little bit of the way. I'm like, oh, okay. I definitely see where you're coming from, but that's not where I'm coming from, type of thing. And I'm also one to give somebody the benefit of the doubt without fail all the time. I don't know why I'm like that, but I do. I just rather give the benefit of the doubt than think they're doing something they shouldn't to someone or just period, Like it's just not. I just don't want. I don't want to think it, so I'm not going to. Now, is that naive? Probably. Most likely in today's world it is. But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm okay with that at this point, Like I just don't. I don't care. I'm just going to do that, We're going to take the same shade and run it under the lower lash line too. So anyway, explain to me, okay, if you're doing like a rebate on something, right? And I know that if you get a lot of voices heard, then, things can make a difference. Maybe not, But if you get a rebate, and we're not talking like hundreds of dollars in a rebate, right? And they mail this rebate on a postcard. I kid you not, a postcard. It's like I guess, because I thought it came in check, because they get all your information, right? Nope. Postcard. And I believe it's like a card to use at the store that you purchased from to begin with, which I didn't know that either. I'm not going to mention this store's name yet. But anyway, I'm in email process with them. Now, on the postcard, they say, we cannot, if it's lost, stolen, blah, 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 we can't replace it. Which I get it if I lost it, or if it was, like, once it was in my possession, it was stolen from me. But when you, as a huge company, think it's a good idea to mail a gift card on a postcard that states the amount that's on that gift card, what? Why would you do that? Now, I'm not saying that the post office did this. The post office is who mailed it. But what I am saying is that I did not receive this gift card, okay? Or check, or whatever was attached to this form. I did not receive this at all. And they're acting like it, my fault. I'm like, I did not mail this. What I did mail was the information that I was supposed to mail to you. And obviously, I'm just like, we're not shopping there no more, which kind of sucks because my fiance does a business, he runs a business, so he does go there to shop for like material and stuff. This is the next shade we're going into, which kind of is like, okay, you're going to lose money there too. So in the long run, is it worth the money that you have to refund me, or lose the money he's getting ready to spend? You know what I mean? In all honesty, the money that was technically spent was for my son's house that we just done, right? So I really would love to tear up the flooring and take it back to him. I won't, but I'd love to. I'd like to be that person. I'm not that person, but I'd like to be that person, because I already know what they're going to say. Now, they could shock me, in which case I will praise them to the heavens, but I know they're not. And it's just irritating to me to think who sat at this business meeting and saying, let's mail a gift card with such and such money on it on a postcard. And I'm serious when I tell you it was a postcard. It was a postcard. So it is just like beyond me. I don't even have words. I don't know. So I'm a little bit irritated there, because that's hundreds of dollars. But at the same time, I'm not complaining because, well, I am complaining actually, but I mean, it does me no good you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to stress about it too long, because even though it is worth it, it's not worth it. It will be worth it because I will say the name of the company and stuff once it's all done, because, like, people need to be advised of this for real. Because, I mean, like I said, it's hundreds of dollars to me, and we spent thousands there. But I just go, people that spend even more than us, and if they didn't get it because they decided to mail it on a postcard, is beyond me. But then I go, is that the case, or is that how the company is and given a rebate too? Who's to say? I mean, big companies just, I don't know. There's something else sometimes, that's all I can say. But the other day we did get to go, we took our kids to, on a brighter side, we took our kids to like a park, like a like a park, like with rides and stuff. Let me rephrase that. And my son took his girlfriend, and my daughter took a friend, and then we had the littlest grandbaby with us. And Lord, I didn't think she was going to get on anything at all. We got her to get on the merry-go-round only on the little seat where she was between me and her papa, my fiance. That was the only way we could get her on it. But then she finally got on 2 car rides over and over again, which was great. Because, like, I wanted her to do something. Even though she was perfectly content just watching everybody else ride rides, which I found interesting. But, man, I'm telling you, well, it wasn't too crowded there. Because it just kind of started opening back up again with summer coming. But it had a decent amount of people. But what I wouldn't give sometimes to have the energy that I used to have, but the knowledge that I have now. You know what I mean? Like, to be young with knowledge. I don't ever want to relive anything by no means, but without the knowledge I now have. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm that person that would just redo everything I did anyway. I mean, I'm that person already that just keeps redoing the same mistake over and over again, wishing or hoping even for a different outcome, yet a different outcome never comes. You know what I mean? Like, that's me. And I'm okay with that too. It could be worse. And one day, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, in the midst of all these things, I'll get a different outcome. I don't know when that would come, but, it could. I will say these colors build rather nice. I really didn't think they were going to be as dark as they are, to be honest with you, which is kind of shocking me right now. Well, I mean, it you know what I mean. It shocked me when I was doing it, but I think I kind of built it up a little bit too much on that other eye, so I'm going to have to. And I will say the colors play well together, which I was kind of concerned with, to be honest, because I thought, what if they get muddy together? But they don't. They really do blend well together. And again, like I said, generally, this here is not a look I would do. This is any day of the week. But this, what we end up doing, is not. But hey, something different, right? Alright, so the next shade we're going to go into is the scary one. And I really did debate whether to do this or not. And I am. Or I did, obviously. So this is the next shade we're going to go into. And it's pretty. It really is. I can't really... It's almost like a blue-gray color. It's so... I don't think I have this color. I really don't. But we're going to... And I brought the big guns. I got a Sonia G. Because this... I was like, what brush to even use with this shade, right? It scares me. So I got a little bit up. And we're going to start to apply this to the outer... portion here. Very slowly. And start to blend it. I mean, like I said, I am kind of shocked at the way these did work together. I'm not going to lie. Because for someone like me, this is scary territory, When you're not a makeup artist and you're just a lover of makeup, but you're beginning at it, like, colors scare you. And granted, don't let it scare you too much. You can always wash your face, okay? You can always take it off, redo it, no big deal. But when you're in the process of doing it, you want it to turn out nice. Like, I never want to have to wash my face, although sometimes it does happen. Generally, it's never with an eye look, though. Because whether it turns out good or bad, I just wear it for the day and call it a day, But I have washed my face, like if peeling starts to occur, like with the foundation versus the primer or something, or primer versus skincare type of thing, or just because it peels or does something weird, you know what I mean? Wrong foundation color, something like that. I will wash my face, but other than that, I won't. Because sometimes you just have a bad day. You just have a bad makeup day. And it is what it is sometimes. But with that said, I try not to have those days. But, I mean, like this color, like I don't know if you can see how well it is really blending. And maybe I'm feeling a little more cocky because I got my Sonia G. Could be. I truly don't know, but like the color definitely intimidated me. I won't say that this color scared me because when I pulled out this brush and I was like, okay, we're gonna pat and then we're gonna blend, and it worked so well. I was like, okay, okay. But and again, like I said, I could be feeling cocky. Sonia G. Like I usually don't use her brushes. They're up there in a container. They're monumented. They're going, that's them. They're up there. I got my Wayne Goss on the other side. I kind of don't touch them ones. And the reason why I don't, well, the Sonia G, obviously the price point. The Wayne Goss I don't touch really because even though they're kind of the same price, like I mess with my refer, his brushes are harder to get a hold of. Like if something were to happen to one of them, like they're not as easy to get as the refer ones. But when I feel like I have got the refer brushes down, I may go into the Wayne Goss. Just to, I have used the Wayne Goss ones before, but not enough to give it an opinion on or anything. Kind of just to try them. But I will say I do like the refer ones. I mean, this color just builds and builds and builds and builds. It's so pretty. I think it's just, it is so different to me, this color is. Because I can't quite put my finger on it. It's like it's a gray, a slate, but then there's a little bit of blue in it, like, and it pulls nice with the pink, but it's going to pull nice with this, like, blue silver shade. Like, it's just so weird at how well it really does play. And it's not something I thought would. I mean, in theory, you would think it would because, worst case, blue and pink is purple. And that's the other thing. It didn't turn purple when mixing it. Like into this shade, it didn't turn purple. It's staying its like natural, like the shade on my hand. Alright. I think I got both eyes even to where we can go in to the next shade. Almost. But I'm going to be honest here. I really am wondering if it is the brush that is doing this with this shade, like making this shade work so well. So keep that in mind, because if that's the case, like, these brushes aren't cheap, so I wouldn't want somebody to buy it if you guess the palette and like it. to purchase this palette and not get it to work or something, you know. However, I will say next clue. Next clue. This palette is on clearance. Just letting you know. And it's a nice price point. Nice price point for what it is. I mean, it's a nice price point for whatever it is, to be honest, but it's a nice price point. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the way this turned out today. And I really didn't think I would, I'm not gonna lie. But then these other shades, they're pretty pigmented too, and they're playing well with synthetic brushes. So, I don't know. But I just want to be careful with that blue, that's all. So we're going to take that same, I guess it's not a blue, like a blue-gray shade. I don't know. We're going to run it right on the lash line down here. I don't know, I just felt like going out of my comfort zone today, really. Even though I was really going to stay in my comfort zone and use the palette that way. I felt like I needed to. I feel like this is the year I'm going out of my comfort zone for stuff. And I say that is because I also started eating right. Which it's so much easier to eat right when spring and summer comes, because like the produce just looks so much better, you know? But at the same time, it's so expensive to eat healthy. And that's the crazier part to me. I'm like, you want people to eat healthy, but yet the food is so much expensive. It's so much more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat wrong. And I find that just crazy in itself there. Okay, now, next shade. This is a pretty shade. There it is. Man, that's coming off really silver. It is more blue. It really is. It's more of a blue silver. But we're going to pick it up. And I did get fallout with this, so you may want to spray it or lay glitter glue, but we're going to put it on the lid. I'm going to try to pat it on and not get too much fallout like that, but I also know I'm going to get fallout because I got it on the other eye. But like if you just did it like that, it almost makes the lid look wet in a sense, you know what I mean, if you don't really pack it on. And like I said, I'm going in very slow because, like, I already know I'll get fallout. I've already got a little bit. So if you barely put it on, I mean, that's kind of pretty like that too, to be honest. In a way. I mean, in a way, that's kind of pretty, but you know me, I want to be seen, so we are going to pack this color on. That is what it is. We are going to pack it on. Push it and pack it. Push it and pack it. Can you see more of the blue now in it? I hope. That sucks. Alright, we're continuing. We ain't got time for that, right? Right. Yeah, that would be nice. That's great. So, th- hello. How are you today? That's lovely. I swear, y'all, I have been trying so hard to get this lighting right. And it ain't working. But then again, what did I expect being in this little teeny room? Well, I mean, it's not a little room, it's a bedroom, you know, but at the bedroom. Alright. I think I got both eyes the same. Next thing with this palette. So we got what? The packaging is pretty and it does match what's inside of it. We have that it is extremely on sale right now. And next shade we're going into is this one. And I will say that the metallic shades are not so desirable. We're going to put that color I just swatched on the inner corner. And I say that as in they are really pretty in the pan, for sure, right? The colors. Are beautiful in the pan. But putting them from the pan to your eye, you're going to have some fallout. And I don't even think if you applied it with a prime, like a glitter glue, if it'd help, or a finger, or spraying it, like, I think you're still going to get fallout no matter what. So with that said, I feel like you would almost have to do your eyes first before applying the rest of your makeup, to be honest, if you were going to use this palette. But I mean, that is so pretty, and it's just so much out of my comfort zone that I'm just like in love with it because it's just so different for me. I feel like this needed to be darkened up a little bit. Okay, we're going to continue, but I think I need to darken. All right, last shade. I'm going to line my bottom lash line and top lash line with this shade right here. So those are the shades that I used in the palette. And it's like it's not the blackest black by no means. But it is pretty dark, to be honest. And I'm keeping it right on that lash line. Same with the top. And again, so far, I kind of think the mattes win in this palette. We lost the light again. words. Oh, I have a new palette also to review for y'all. How exciting is that? Now that I am excited for. Alright, let me put these brushes down so I can figure out what I'm doing here. And I gotta fix this a little bit because we gotta have each shade showing. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. So we gotta fix it a little bit here. Get that. Alright. Okay. Then for the waterline, I use ColourPop Blown Away for the waterline. Okay, now what? What do we got now? Oh, mascara. Okay, so for the top lashes, I went for this one, and it's called, it's YSL. At first I thought it was a mini Lash Clash, but it's not. It's the Shock. It's called the Shock, so we're going to use that for the top lashes. I like the Lash Clash better than this by YSL. But we're going to use this for lashes. So this palette really did surprise me. It surprises me that the mattes are really, really good. It surprised me on the color story that I felt to go in, because it's definitely outside of my comfort zone, and it's not one I would have thought I would have chosen to use. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that mascara. Do you see that? I do love this mirror. I've been using this mirror for every look, and it makes absolutely no sense why, but I have. So I must thank Ulta Beauty for sending this. Why they sent it, I don't know, considering I can't shop with them because they don't want my money. But I appreciate it. Their mirror's banging. So, for bottom lashes, I'm going to use the Lancome. I don't know. There's just something about this mascara I don't like. I don't know what it is. Probably because I know they have the Lash Clash, so, and that's one of my favorites. So why use that one when I have, one from the same brand that's better? I wonder if that one's still available. Because if it is, they don't need it anymore. They got Lash Clash. Just saying. Alright. Well, I can tell you this light's not going to work for us, is it? It's just going to keep going off and on, off and on. Which is great, but bad. I mean, I think with it off, I actually look better than with it on. Just saying. I don't know. Oh, okay, I thought I smeared black under my eyes. I was like, that's lovely. And you know what else I've thought about because of this look? Taking other palettes and going this way. Now, like I said, I don't have a color that's like a blue-gray like this one. But I'm sure I have like really dark blues, you know, that I could pair with a pink, and maybe it wouldn't be so bad because they may blend in very nicely together, like this one. Or maybe it's just this palette, or maybe it's just this brush. I don't really know. But what I do know is that this particular look, I kind of am digging. Kind of really, really, really like it in a way. It just all came together enough for me to feel comfortable wearing it out, you know? It's like, it's definitely dark, like, definitely that. But not to the point of, there's still some brightness. There's still some color in it, you know what I mean? And I think that's why I like it. So, this is the final look using this particular palette. We have the clues of the palette is pretty, nicely done. The palette definitely matches, the name of it definitely matches what's inside of the palette. It's on sale right now. Clue number 2, it's on sale. Number 3, these are the colors that I did use out of the palette. And I would have to agree with other reviews that the mattes are better than the metallics. But I will say that I actually like this palette, and that surprises me. Because I've played with a good bit of the mattes. So really there's only like maybe 2, 3 that I haven't. So with that said, it's like, I think I'm gonna like this palette. And maybe the next time I do play with this, I will spray it or use some sort of glitter glue to grab a hold of these and see if that makes any bit of difference. But all in all, I really like the way it turned out. So with that said, I will let you go. I've, talked enough. We're going to put a little bit of this lipstick on to call it a day. I got the grandchild yelling GG for me, so that's my cue to say goodbye, because if not, she'll be coming on the end. So I do apologize, this video is so long. It's a darker look, it takes me a while. I apologize for the lighting because it does not want to work with me. I'm trying. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload every day but Sunday. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.